Yo, yo. Is this the right patch? It is. Very good. Thank God. Yo, yo. How y'all doing? Welcome back to more shitty peak speedruns where we're gonna try to go for sub 30 whilst the world record is like 15 minutes faster. Alright, let's begin, shall we? I've not played since the last time, which was a few days ago, so yeah, things are probably gonna go horribly wrong, but you know how it is. Right, give me one sec. Bling blong. Okay. Okay, so I think what we need to work on, I think this is the conclusion from last time, is just better and more optimal usage of actual items. Because for the most part, I'm just kind of keeping items forever, like not really doing anything with them. dog water items. Let's go. So you know when to use energy drinks, when to use the chain launchers, the rope launchers, all that. Especially because I think it's been towards the end when you just have a giant stack of things, especially items like your energy drinks, your lollipops, chain launchers, rope launchers, all that jazz. It just kind of stacks up, and there's definitely better situations to use them where it would have saved way more time, but that's just something I need to figure out. Also, maybe just in general, look at what routes to use the chain launchers in, because chain launchers are like an insane time save. It's a matter of where to use them optimally, because right now it's just a vibe check. I just kind of, you know, you just send it, you load in, go into the kill, and you'll look up like, yeah, that looks good, and then you just launch it. Oh, more putain. So many trail mixes. Oh, I need that. Actually, should I just fucking... Yeah, let's just do that. Fuck it. Do, 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 do. Ah, shit. Too feisty with that one. That should be good. Ugh. Also, I'm never really sure what to do with the fucking energy items. Like, with the granola bar and the snack bar and the food and everything, a lot of them give that little, like, extra boost in top stamina. Or, like, extra stamina on top. But it's more about, like, you know, when do you eat that? Like, is this a good usage of it, you know? Or should I be stacking it? Like, you know, kind of like... Because when I do it casually, you know? You just sort of stack, like, energy drinks and shit. Yes. Oh my god, don't drop that. Don't drop that. Don't drop all this shit. Because, like, casually, I keep just doing this thing where just stack, like, 50 energy items. Like, you got your sports drink, you got your snack bar, you got your granola bar, all that jazz, and you just have a massive stamina bar. But if that's actually good, or if you want to just, like, space it out, I have no fucking clue at this point. Yo, Eris, hey Timo, how y'all doing? Yeah, can't resist. Live split keeps calling to me. There's always something that needs to be run. If I can't outrun my problems, then at least I can put a timer on it and see if I can beat my last PB. The true struggle of the speed man. Oh my god, okay, this fucking zooms. Dude, every Vive game now is just a superly simple idea. I mean, yeah, and isn't that always like the saying as well? Like, the best ideas are the simplest ones. And I mean, just match that with just, what's it called, proxy chat in any kind. Think like Lethal Company, think this, think like any of the like shitty horror games that have come out in the last like couple of years. Like, that's just a recipe for a winner. Like, just games where you just fuck around with your friends, you know? I'm trying to think, what else came out that was like a massive hit all of a sudden? I guess Among Us didn't really have proxy chat, but it still had like the social interaction. Friend slop. Listen, I would infinitely rather have friend shot slop than AAA slop. AAA slop is a disease. This is the truth. Trail mix. It's a hilarious term. I've never heard the term friend slot before. I kind of like it because I feel like that does encapsulate a lot of these types of games. It's like it's not really insanely crazy, you know, what the concept is and what they're doing, but you know, it's just fire. Did you have burglar with friends? I mean, burglar with friends, that's just Payday, right? Not to, like, you know, ridicule your idea, but burglary with friends is, is there also... What the fuck is that game called? Didn't Kindlo speedrun it? It's like Thief Simulator. Doesn't that game have fucking co-op in it? No. Ah, shit. That's bad. We have to take a detour. No rope launcher. My carefully planned route. I don't know if this is a good use of a lollipop, but whatever. Okay, I should have used it up here. That's terrible. Upsits. Okay, this rope. This rope will save me. Thank God the rain doesn't affect you while you're on the vine. Stupid like Lethal Company, but you're stealing 97-year-old Gerald Stevie. I mean, yeah. Okay, here's an idea. What about, like, it's like early 2000, like 90s game, and it's like a game where it's you and your friends, like, want to leave the house and go out and do something, but it's always, like, you have your mom. Like, your mom or your dad is, like, trying to chase you down. So you have to, like, leave the house and then the neighborhood, and then, like, your parents and maybe, like, the street narc is gonna be like patrolling the whole time, like looking out for you. You have to not get caught somehow. So it's like a stealth game, except, you know, you're just like kids, like in this game, fucking like just wearing beanies or whatever, like little bibs, and like that's the game. So you have to like use items like darts and stuff to distract the monster, aka your fucking, like, your parents. That's a fire idea. Yeah. And then it's like it's proxy chat, so you're just talking shit with your friends the whole time. It's like, oh shit, mom's over there, and then like if someone gets caught, like you can mix in a bit of Dead by Daylight, so she's the monster. So if someone gets caught, they're grounded, so you have to like break into the house to bust them out, you know? And then the whole idea is that you escape by going to the mall or the theater or, I don't know, the playground or whatever the fuck. I keep forgetting that fucking mushroom's there, man. Like, every time. You're writing that down? Yeah, I mean, just a game where you just, like, fuck around. You know? Fuck around with your friends. It's a banging game. Alright, we're using the Python strats. Oh, I didn't lunge. Okay, I need to edge here for a little bit. Oh, I don't think I edged long enough. Oh, we're good. Oh yeah, so it's like you need to communicate with people, but if you call each other at the wrong time, then, you know, like your parent or whatever hears it and it like alerts them, but you need to sort of like coordinate like where to go and what to do. So Okay, what if everybody, because, you know, they're different kids from different parents, you know, everybody spawns in their own house, so they first need to, like, sneak out of the house, and then there's, you know, your own parent, like your mom or your dad, that you need to escape from in each house, and you need to, like, go to a different location every time, so sometimes it's the mall, sometimes it's the theater, and you need to sort of figure out what the objective of that mission is. So it's like a randomized mission, like go to the theater, go to the mall, go to, you know, sports center, go skateboarding, you know, whatever, something like that. So you need to somehow communicate with your friends what the objective is, how to get there. Maybe there's like random loot spawns, or like the map changes a little bit, like maybe like, you know, people have to go different paths or different routes. Yes, 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 yes. And then eventually it's like, oh, the worried parents, they call the cops, so you have to like dodge the cops. Otherwise they take you home. Dude, I expect at least a 40% cut from this video game. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, yeah, you can sell your friend out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Honestly, that sounds sick. I expect at least a 40% cut, or just a free copy. Just a free copy in the game and I'm happy. You drive a hard bargain. What else would you even have of that? Because, I mean, you could make the game simple as fuck. You know, like maybe the houses are just kind of big because you're kids or whatever, so you can like work with the space of the house, and everybody lives in like a generic American suburban home that it's like... Oh, fuck. I tried to put the item away and climb, and I'm just... Oh, this might be bad. So like the size proportion of like where your camera is and how big everything is like kind of fucked up. And then maybe like random spawn, it could be like your fucking uncle appears or something. Ah, fuck the piton. Double lunchbox. Yeah, uncle spawn, or like your brother, or I don't know, something like that. Your sister who's annoying, and like if your sister spots you, it's not like a game over, but she runs to the monster and like alerts it or something. Like your older brother like beats you up or something. Maybe like your uncle just takes you on like a trip somewhere, so like he doesn't teleport you somewhere, but he sort of like kidnaps you and displaces you somewhere, where he's like, we're going on a trip, kid. Like, we're going bowling or something, and you don't want to go bowling with your uncle. Steal your friend's mom's slippers to muffle the footsteps. Could make it like fucked up in some way, so it's like one of the bosses is like a stepdad or something that just spawns in, and he has like a shitload of HP. Ah, fuck. Yeah, like something where you have to communicate in some way, like where to go. Maybe you don't live exactly across each other, so maybe like two kids can communicate in the very beginning of like, oh shit, where are you? Like, what's the plan? Where do we meet up? And then you can only communicate like over really short distances. So like proxy chat, but like really close proxy chat, and then you need to use like, again, the walkie-talkies, or maybe like you can find a payphone or something to call very specific locations. If Phasmo could be successful being a not scary acid flip, then we're fucking golden. Listen, I believe. This is already a banging game, I'm telling you. All you need is 90 bucks on the asset store for like generic American neighborhood, and you're good. Yes. Train launcher. You're genuinely gonna prototype this? That's what I'm saying. It's just friend slop, dude. Friend slop just carries. Especially because I feel a game like that would be insane, like, streamer content. Of, like, you know, just your friends, like, screaming as they hear about, you know, like, someone's mom coming and, like, taking them home or whatever, or the cops picking them up. And of course it needs to have like some kind of shitty ragdoll physics, so maybe like the cops, when they try to like come pick you up and send you home, like occasionally they just fucking run you over. Because, you know, borked ass AI or something. That would honestly just be hilarious, like just seeing your friend get fucking sent flying by a cop. Genuinely gonna prototype this? Yes. Listen, just let me know. Let me know if you need a second child to play test with. Oh fuck, it's here. Forgot my own route. You'll need lots of children. Oh fuck, it's like... Oh, which way is it? That's like this path, I think. I think this is the path. Either this or I'm fucked. We may be fucked. Oh, no. No. I live. No damage. Let's go. Fuck. Okay. New plan. New route? I thought that was the way. I misremembered. We're going this way instead. Hey, Eleanor. I'm currently losing time, as far as I can tell, but otherwise, going well. Fuck, never mind. Fuck, what's the... I don't remember my route here. Shit. I swear to God. Oh, please. Okay, am I boned? Don't explode. Am I actually boned? Can I make this? Okay, genuinely, at some point I need to install like the no-clip fly mod and just fucking... Do I go up here? I swear. I can remember. How the fuck do I used to do this? Is this game procedurally generated? No, it has like seeds. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a like 12, 15 different seeds for every version of the game. So every time the game gets updated, like a new version, new update, new patch, whatever, it gets replaced. Like all the 12, 15 seeds or whatever get replaced with 12, 15 new ones. But if you're just down patching the game to a specific version or a specific patch, then you can use a mod as well to like force specific seeds to spawn. What the fuck am I doing? Is this not the way? Am I lost? Do I go up there? Do I go across like this way? No, this looks ultra fucked up. Okay, I'm actually like stun locked. What the fuck do I do here? I swear this was the way. Okay, this run is basically dead, but now I'm just confused. Like, what the fuck? Because it's that way that I have to go. You should do a stream where I flatten a Minecraft plains biome. I'm trying to make a vow to myself that I'm not going to play Minecraft unless, like, my life depends on it. Just because I want to not taint the memories that I have of Minecraft that I played when I was, like, 15 mostly. And, like, 90% of the mechanics of the game weren't there. That's just what I want to remember Minecraft for, so... I don't even remember what, like, 90% of the shit in Minecraft is these days. Also, I don't even own Minecraft. Like, I bought Minecraft ages ago, back in, like, 2012. And then apparently they did some fuck-ass Microsoft merger thing a few years ago that I ignored every email about when they were doing that. So I never got my, my account merged, so I just lost it. So yeah, no Minecraft for me. I have to pay for it again if I want to play it. You lost your copy of Minecraft in the same way? Yeah, because dude, it's just a bunch of emails from Mojang, because they always send you like letters and shit. Like, please, new newsletter of the year, whatever the fuck. And I just remember looking at that being like, I don't care. I don't really give a shit about this. And I think I had them like blocked or muted or something, so I don't know, I just didn't read them, didn't do shit. And then ages later when someone wanted me to play Minecraft with me, I'm like, oh, can't play. That's one way, just playing the version before Microsoft bought it. It's not that, like, crazy or serious or anything like that. Alright, fuck the lunchbox. I don't know why I threw away the full one. You're on your third coat. You're cleaning coffee stains. Like, your third coat of coffee that you're throwing on there? Like, what are you doing? Or are you just painting over coffee stains? So that's what's happening? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna try this strat here. Okay, we got terrible rolls. We got terrible rolls! Okay, the run was fucked anyway, so I just kind of wanted to try it, but what we're trying to do there is the fucking Pandora's Lunchbox and the Cure-All will, funnily enough, cure all your shit, but I got 2 terrible rolls in a row, because the Pandora's Lunchbox, it'll fill a bit of your hunger, I think, and then randomize all the rest of your stats. So it can clean your hunger, it can give you hunger, it can clear your frost, it can give you frost, clear your fire, you know, same thing with sleep, poison, whatever the fuck, even like curse I think it can give you a little bit of. But if you're already fucked, like if you're already starving and burning and dying, if you eat it, there's just a pretty good chance that anything that it rolls will just be better than what you have already. But there, I think I rolled like 80% damage, and then in the next one it's like 60% hunger with 60% sleep, so I was just I was just boned like either way. Every single roll of the lunchbox just fucked me. Oh. You tried a BTA with a bunch of friends that really helped with motivation? I don't know what BTA is. It's like a Minecraft map or mod or something? Alright, go again. Also, it's not completely true about the like last time that I played Minecraft thing. The last time I played Minecraft was back in like 2018 or something. 2017, 2018, if I remember correctly, where it was me and a bunch of friends. We made like our own little server to play on, and I remember playing and like installing a couple of automation mods and stuff, which was fine. You know, I didn't really know much about like the meta of Minecraft because again, like the last time I played back then, before that, was like 2012, where they added like actual fucking like hunger mechanics. Yeah, I'm that old. I remember them adding the hunger mechanic. Anyways, so they had like a couple of mild like automation stuff, and I remember we started the server in the evening, and I had to get up for work, like next morning, and then I was like, hey, you know, I played for like, you know, an hour or something. I went around like collected some wood, went into a mine, got my iron, you know, whatever, started smelting it like normal Minecraft stuff, and then I was like, hey, I gotta log off for the evening. I get up for work, and then the next day, I get home from work, and like almost anything that's possible in the game has already been automated. There's an automated chicken farm, automated pig farm. They had an automated like iron ore generator or whatever. So when I spawned, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go make like an iron armor set or whatever. They're like, no, we don't need to do that. You don't need to go look for anything in the caves. We already set up a automation sequence for everything, so you don't need to like do any exploring. I was like, oh, okay. And like, what about like looking for, I don't know, diamonds or whatever? I don't know, we have like a diamond generator, so don't worry about that. And there's like this entire giant underground complex of fucking farms and automation, everything. And I was just like, damn, because they'd been staying up the whole night, played fucking Minecraft, automating all this shit, and I was just like, damn, I don't really want to play anymore. I feel like I've missed everything, all the progression, all the like exploration. It's like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. And I just didn't log on again. That was my last experience playing Minecraft, like 8 years ago at this point, or 7 years ago, whatever it is. I think that's generally why I dislike playing a lot of sort of open world survival games or like automation games with a bunch of people. Especially when they always have servers that are always online, because, you know, there's always going to be some people that have more time to play than others, and that's fine. But it's just, you know, when you log on and it's just like, damn, I don't know what's going on, or like what our next objective is, or what's been done. And I know some people are cool with that, but for me, I feel like I missed out, you know? I feel like all of a sudden I log on and everything that I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do next time I play, is just done and taken care of. And it's like, oh, now what? You know? And it just, to me, it just kills all my motivation. It's the same with like open world survival games where, again, you like log out and you take a break, and then next time you log in, someone's like, oh yeah, we did this and this, we killed this boss, and then we unlocked like armor sets that's like 2 or 3 stages further on, you know, all that stuff. And it's just like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm good. I'm good, man. Also, to be fair, I do also think that it's because a couple of friends that I play with also have this thing of, I think their thought process is, if they take care and do this for me, like if they set it up for the group, that's ultimately an overall good thing, because they don't see it as like a, you know, it's part of the experience is to do that and set that up and like achieve that as a group. It's more the product of it. So it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I took care of XYZ things, so we don't have to worry about it, you know? And they're like, fuck yeah, we did it. And I'm like, no, you did it. And I didn't really do much. And now I'm kind of like, damn, what are we doing here? Gotta play like-minded people in those games. And that's, yeah, ever since I've started to play with, like, smaller groups for the most part. Again, not because I love my friends, don't get me wrong, I love them to death. But sometimes for certain types of games like that, it's just nice to play with a smaller group, you know? Just so nobody really feels left behind, and especially if you play with a big group of people, you can just feel so lost sometimes. Because, like, one person goes and does one thing, another person goes and does something else, and then all of a sudden you go back to base, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go explore this mountain, and then 2 of them go, oh no, we already explored it, and then everything's searched, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll just go look at this forest or this cave or, you know, whatever. And then you get there, and then you realize every single chest has already been looted, or like every single enemy's already been killed, and you're just like, the fuck? It's like, I don't want to have to ask everybody where they've been, every single time I go out and do something. Oh, whatever, fuck that thing. That's one of my main frustrations with a lot of those, like, open world crafting survival games, which, again, don't get me wrong. What the fuck am I doing? Put that in there. Like, I like those types of games. They're a lot of fun to play with your friends. And I'm always super stoked when there's, like, a good one that comes out and it's super sick. But it's always that thing of, like, damn, I just feel so lost sometimes. You got some friends that you just can't play comp games with because they're just so serious. Yeah, it fucking sucks too. I remember a bunch of years ago, also like 8-9 years ago, something at this point. Me and a bunch of friends, we used to play a lot of Counter-Strike together, which was a ton of fun. We had our own little fucking Steam group called the Tunnel Men. We had our own stupid like inside jokes of like, you know, whatever we would do, call-outs in the game and all that. But it also got to the point where there was definitely some of us, or some people in the group that were a bit more serious / competitive about it than the rest of us. So it just became this thing of, you know, if someone died in like a stupid or a funny way, right? Some people would be like, oh, you know, that was funny, you know, funny death, or whatever, something like that. And then you could tell when some of the others in the group are like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why didn't you, like, do XYZ strat? Why didn't you flash first and then peek long and like all this? And it's like, you know, it's not that serious. You know, yeah, I could have done all those things, but it's like, it's not, you know, it doesn't have to be that crazy. You know, sometimes you're just in the moment, you're just having a good time, and like, yeah, you could have done 50 billion things that were more optimal, but it's like, it's not always what it's about. And like, don't get me wrong, I get the competitive mindset of like wanting to like play good and like win and achieve a lot in those types of things, but when it comes at the cost of just having a good fucking time, it's like maybe it just ain't that serious, you know? John Peak back on the scene. Yes, sir. Hello, Vahish. How you doing? How you doing? Have you caught up on your World of Warcraft experience yet? I sat up till like ass o'clock yesterday doing all the lore walking with Lore Walker Cho, which I very much cannot recommend doing because it's such a waste of time. It's like, it is what it sounds like. It is just a lore recap of a bunch of things, and I just remember doing it with Momo in call. Oh no, sorry, while I was in a call with Jazzy, and us being like, I mean, this is neat, but it was also buggy as fuck. Half the quests didn't work, or you have to wait for an NPC to respawn because someone from the other faction decided to kill him, because for some fuck-ass reason, that NPC is PvP marked, so the other faction can just murk him. Which is like, oh yeah, great, wonderful. My backpack! What happened to my... Bro! My my fucking backpack, man! I can't... I'm stuck. Dude, I'm actually molding. What happened? It just disappeared. I think I had a lollipop in there that I was going to use, but I think now I just die. I don't know if I can make this jump. Okay, I'm going to not explode. Never mind, I exploded. Alright, we're good. It's just a little awkward. You're doing the main quest of No Man's Sky? Oh, fuck yeah. Still need to like properly play through that game. I played it a little bit, like back a couple months ago, but I never like finished it or got super far into it. Mostly when I was getting around to like the actual base building part, like the first stages of it. think that was around the time that I quit. And I think I was only really getting to like the second planet or something around the time that I stopped playing. But yeah, it seems fire. Oh, dude, I love pitons. Piton merde. Yeah. Can I make it up here? Oh shit, isn't it like the super berry or something? Ah, fuck. There we go. So you need the main quest done before you can feasibly play with people online? No, you can just hop on, I think. I think the game is... I don't know if we like fucked up something, but you can definitely like play online from the very beginning. It's just... I think only one person gets the pins and the objectives for the main quest. And there's like a little bit of the introduction that you miss as the second player, if I remember correctly. But no, you can just play like as two people from the very beginning, as far as I'm aware. Like a quick ass heat pack? Whatever. I'll take a heat pack. Oh my god, this snowstorm is my ass. Good. I didn't split. Fuck. Fuck. I need to remember to split, man. It's like the biggest thing I keep forgetting all the fucking time is actual splitting. Another fuck-ass heat pack? I'm just throwing that ahead. I should have picked up the backpack. Ooh. Okay. I forgot I have a fucking... I'm missing my backpack, dude. What do I do? Yeah, what the fuck do I do? I think we just have to pray we get the exact items that we need and that I just happen to have the space for it. Here. Shit. I guess you just kinda die? Yeah, me when I'm in elementary school and someone takes my fucking backpack, it's like, oh, I die. I have to explain to my mom I don't have my books anymore. I have a question for everybody in chat. When you were a kid, when you got when you got books for school, like your math textbook and your like history textbook or whatever, did your parents also make you wrap the books? Because they were technically like school property and the school wanted them back afterwards, so you had to like protect them by wrapping them in sort of like gift wrapping paper? Was that a thing for you guys as well? Or is that just me growing up in my family? Or my school, at least. I actually don't know if it was like the school or if it was just my parents that were just locked in on that. Because I remember that was something that some kids, a lot of kids did with their books, but then eventually they would just break. I remember a lot of kids in my class had that. its sleeves that came with them. I think for us it was like encouraged that you sort of did your own wrapping for the books, because that way you could like differentiate like whose was whose, and it could be like a sort of personal touch kind of thing. So I remember having like some wrapping, protective wrapping that was like M&M's themed. So I had the fucking M&M's books one year. Some people just had like, you know, red paper and like that was it. Some people had like different little fonts and motifs and stuff. Okay, fuck this thing. Give me the energy drink. Give me the lollipop. Dude, I'm so mad I don't have my backpack, man. Tropics ate my backpack. Elementary school, yeah, but high school usually bought them from older students. That's fair. I remember in my high school, we were the first class that were sort of a social experiment where the school wanted to try out textbookless classes. So we were the first class at all to try to just not have any actual like physical books. Mike, dude. My fucking chain launcher. What's happening, man? Oh, okay, that chain launcher's gone. What was I saying? Oh yeah. My class was like the first test class for the school to try out students not having like physical textbooks, but just only having textbooks on their computer. So all of our books were like ebooks or books that you could like either get as a PDF or something like that. So we never ran around with actual physical books while I was in high school. And I think even to some extent, my elementary school was already kind of experimenting with that. So in elementary school, it was almost like mandatory for us to have a laptop. So we used laptops for almost all our schoolwork already when I was like 12, 13, more or less. And then, yeah, in high school, we had like no actual physical textbooks whatsoever. And then, yeah, so only thing we ever really brought to school from when I was like 16 until I was 19 was just a bag with my laptop. And then my lunch. Me lunchbox. Which was kind of weird because it was like a thing you got used to it really quick, because anytime there was homework, the teacher would just on like the school's little like website where they post all the homework or whatever, they would just leave a link to like, oh yeah, this is the chapter you have to leave or read for next time, and it would just be a URL that would just open the chapter in the ebook that we had to read, and it was actually convenient as fuck. You've never used a computer for school other than for research? What the fuck? That sounds cursed. I'm pretty sure your school made you do that too, not just parents? Okay. Because that's just kind of like one thing that just popped into my brain, was the whole like wrapping your books and stuff. And it's been... yeah, I just have not thought about that in ages. Not a fucking fairy lantern. So, hey Chaos, by the way, how you doing? Yeah, I'm taking this backpack. So yeah, I think the only time I actually got back to using physical textbooks was when I started university again. Because a lot of the... oh shit. I don't know how I only took chip damage there. I forgot to split again. Nice. Because a lot of our textbooks was like something the teachers and professors had like made themselves, like their own work. So you had to buy it from the university like bookstore, because that would like fund the teachers themselves. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I'm fucked. No! Dude. I stopped. Ah. My toe hit the lava and I just died. Dude, fuck lava, man. Who made this? Ah. Okay, sorry, I missed a couple messages here. The main company that sold school books had a good deal where you could return books as long as they were in decent shape. I think in elementary school it was just required that you return them. Like that was because it was just the school's property and you just borrow them for that year. Yeah, exactly, like Finzi said. You have to buy the workbooks that you fill out with answers, etc. Oh yeah, like the little like sheets you write on or the little notebooks. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But you've never used a computer for school other than research, which just to me sounds insane. And I know this might be because a bunch of my classes were like experimental in that sense, but I genuinely don't remember not using a laptop for any kind of schoolwork since I was 12. I want to say 12, 13. Ever since I was 12, 13, everything I did at school was on a PC, on my laptop. It was almost required. I think by the 8th grade, so when I'm like, what, 14 or something, it was like required. It was like required by the school that each student should have a laptop. Either the parents like got one for the kids, or there would be laptops that the kids could borrow at school. So that was just always the norm. And then in high school, like I said, the like experimental class that I was in that had no physical books, we had experiments with so-called iPad schools, but from what we remember, those experiments failed hard. I don't actually know what our test was. I mean, other than just like, does it work to like use books or not? But it worked fine. As far as I'm aware, our class didn't get any, or didn't get grades that were like very different from any other class, so I think it works fine. As long as the material that is provided for the kids actually like works and checks out and isn't, you know, incredibly low tier compared to just the physical books, then I think it should be fine. I think it was also because the ebooks that we used when I started in high school, or was in high school, was just really nice and convenient. Like it was all chaptered and labeled, and it was easy to like figure out what you were using, so. Alright. Another run. We try again. Try to not get fucking murked in Caldera. The worst part is, Caldera's an easy zone. It's just, it's hard because you're trying to go fast. So if you just take your time, it's piss easy, but it just makes it so slow. It makes it so damn slow. How did the teacher do presentations? For us, they used overhead projectors and clear sheets. Student presentations were always PowerPoint if the room had a digital projector. They just... I'm trying to remember, actually. I think when I was like, you know, 12 to 15, like in the higher classes of elementary school or later classes, whatever, there was a projector, but it was only used if we had to do a presentation of some kind. Again, like a PowerPoint. Otherwise, all the teacher's work was always done, like he would just stand there, like either with his own book or with his own laptop, like talking about whatever he needed to use or wanted to talk about, and then write shit on the blackboard. But then when I started in high school, every single classroom just had one of those boards where you could use non-permanent marker, but it was also like a presentation screen at the same time. So the teacher would just come in at like a little desk, like hook up their laptop, and then it would just project their screen onto the little whiteboard thing, and the whiteboard could also just be used with a pen. Wait, so if students had laptops, did your school not have a computer room? It did, but there was like 5 there, and I remember using that like twice when I was like 10, and I remember them being actual dog water PCs that ran Ubuntu, which I think is that an operating system? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Yeah, something Ubuntu. I just remember that name, but what it actually was, I'm now trying to remember. A Linux distribution. Did I have... PC classes on Linux. Initial release 2004. I mean, I would check out desktop. Oh yeah, it just links me to desktop computer. Okay, never mind. You can count the number of times teacher used an overhead projector on one hand. I think, yeah, I mean, for the most part, all of the actual, like, presentation and, like, classwork that the teacher did was always, it sounds weird to say, analog. Like, they would just stand there with a book, you know, talking about stuff, or then, um, you know, write shit on the white or on the blackboard, that kind of stuff, while I was in elementary school or middle school. And it was first in university where everything was, like, PC based. A whiteboard? Did you not have green boards and chalk? I mean, we had blackboards with chalk when I was in elementary school, but again, like I said, when I started high school, it was digitalized whiteboards, so like, you know, whiteboard plus projector in one. Just boomers living in Germany. Digitalization is so far behind in Germany, it's laughable. I will say, the whole thing about like my high school specifically being like, you know, non-book or no books, like completely book free, that was an experiment at the time. I don't know what they do now. I assume it's only digital at this point. Like I would be incredibly surprised if it's not just only digital like 10 years later. But back then, it was like every other class would still use physical books for most things and occasionally use PDF files or ebooks for certain things if there weren't enough books or if there was like a better version online. But for our class, it was like a requirement for the teachers that they could only use digital material for us. So yeah, ever since I've been like 13, 12, 13, all my like notes that I did for work was on my laptop. I'm not going to pretend I actually did proper notes when I was 12 or 13 because I was a stupid child. I was watching E3 during the summer and watching the reveal of Dead Space 2, I remember, during social studies. I remember reacting to the new Halo Reach trailer even though I didn't have an Xbox with my classmate that did have an Xbox. So we played Xbox at his place. That was good times. Yeah, just stuff like that. That's what I remember. So everybody had a laptop. I remember playing World of Warcraft in class. Yeah, the WoW addiction goes way back. But no, we just had PCs for everything, man. And I don't know, it's just been so common for me that I don't barely remember actually using physical textbooks at this point. Until I then started university again, where we have to pay insane amounts of money to the university library to get the physical copies of the books. Either that, or buy some fucked up cheap version from a different student that's been like used 18 times, or abused, I should say, by like 19 other generation of students. You're surprised my laptop could even run these games? Oh, they didn't run well. It ran, but it didn't run well. That's the thing. I played CS Source, I played WoW on my school laptop. Because I think it was, at the time, because, you know, it was basically mandatory for kids to have, or at least in my class, to have a laptop. That my parents were like, okay, so he needs a laptop for school. And he likes to play him video games. So they just got me a laptop that was, like, good enough for both. Because I remember right when I got my laptop, that was a beefy PC, you know? That laptop was like insano for the time, at least how I remember it. It might not have been insane, it might have been very like average, but I remember it. In that like first month, dude, it could play anything. There wasn't anything that laptop couldn't do. That laptop lasted me like well into high school, and well into high school, it was about to fly away most of the time. I remember people that were sitting in the row in front of me whenever I fired up my laptop, not even to play a game, just like opening fucking Word and, you know, to take notes or something, or work on a project, being like, what the fuck are you doing back there? Why is your PC so damn fucking loud? It's like, damn, I'm just opening Word. Word is a heavy duty program after all. One positive brought this COVID brought that Germany was forced to advance in the digitalization for education. Otherwise, we'd be stuck a billion years behind. But what did Germany do then during COVID? Did it like force them to use like ebooks and stuff for learning? Because I guess like every other country had to start using like Zoom and Teams and whatever. Like, can I ask? There's a few Germans in chat. Was it at any point during your vacation, or not vacation, during your time in school, like elementary school, high school, anything like that, was it ever mandatory from the school side for you to get a laptop and like buy a laptop or do schoolwork on like a PC? Like if you had to hand in a report of some kind, like you have to write an essay, or if you have to write I don't know, a review of a book report or whatever, or you had to use like Word or something, or just write it in some way. Printed homework was looked down upon. Buying a laptop? Definitely not. This is just like I guess the big difference, but it's just, that just sounds crazy to me, you know? That not being mandatory at a certain point, because I feel like even I knew, it's like, oh yeah, we're, like as a child, it's like, oh yeah, we're entering the 21st century, computers are becoming important. Like, my parents wrote their master's degrees in the 80s on a PC. My dad showed me he still has the physical floppy disks where he stored his masters. Like, that's, I don't know if that like says anything, but like, it was obviously a different time for like storage and that kind of stuff, but like, I just feel like at some point there's like, come on, like what are we doing here? Put the pencil down. I will say, because of this, I do have the handwriting of an actual kindergartner. That is one downside of all this. And I'm not going to start like a discussion of what's better for like learning and, you know, oh, you learn better with like writing shit by hand and like reading from physical books. That's not what it's about. It's more of like I just think it's interesting to think that it's so different, and like digitalization sort of occurs at a very different rate. But my God, my handwriting is so trash. I've like recently started to like journal more in general, just to like write down my thoughts and like things that are going on and all that kind of stuff. And I just remember looking over some of the stuff that I wrote, and I'm like, man, what kindergartner broke into my house and wrote this shit, man? That did damage to me. Did you have to learn cursive? Yeah, we did. I remember learning cursive, and I still do cursive when I'm like writing with a pen and I'm like sort of going fast. Not that it like looks good or is actually like good handwriting with cursive, but I've learned it. Not the fucking fairy lamp again, man. So I will say one thing. I'm missing a few messages, and I apologize for that, because this is one of those fuck-ass games where you don't get any breaks. You're just going the whole time. Yeah, like not long ago, I was contemplating if I should like try to improve Because I've always had German in school, but I think as most people in this chat know, I speak German like a fucking caveman. But you know, there was a part of me that's like, oh, it would be cool to like get better at German and like learn it properly. And then maybe actually buy like one of these textbooks that you can get for adults and like people that have some experience learning this stuff. That would actually be cool to use that and not only like just brush up on a bunch of like old German lessons, but also just to practice actual writing. So not using it to just learn digitally, but you know, to practice handwriting and learn a little bit more German in the process. Best to have specific goals, yeah. And not just, oh yeah, get good at German. I think my like ultimate German challenge is to genuinely understand like accusative and like all those like, what are they called, like tenses of like, you know, your daddy das. Because I could never fucking tell which one was which and which one to use in the correct situation. Also, whether like grammatically certain nouns were considered male or female or whatever, because that would like change how you sort of approach the word and all that. And it never clicked for me, you know. It's like one of those things where my teacher would just sort of give me a deadpan stare and be like, oh, it's a car, so it's man. I'm like, okay, like am I just using like gender stereotypes for every word? Like, oh, it's a flower, therefore it's a woman word, and that's why I need to use die or whatever, like die Blume. I don't know if that's actually correct, but like that was. And then it's like, oh, it's the skeleton. What do you think the skeleton is? Like, I don't fucking know. Because to me, like, I couldn't hear it. You know, I couldn't hear on the word why it was one thing and not the other. Because I know we have, like, a similar-ish thing in Danish as well, which is the difference between I guess it's the English equivalent to the. We have ein or it. So, like, ein skeleton, which is a skeleton or something like that. And I don't know what the actual like rule is, like the grammatical rule of why it is one or the other and stuff like that. You can just kind of hear it, you know. That's like, you know, because, you know, I speak the fucking language. But it's the same thing for Germans, probably. Like, a lot of it just becomes like natural. You can just hear, you just know which one to use. But when you don't speak the fuck ass language, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, what do you mean? Car isn't even male. I don't know. It was like an example. But my point is, it's like, I could never personally, like, tell which one it was. So whenever you had to, like, use one or the other, it never clicked for me, you know? Oh yeah, Chaos, I heard about that. Because it's like, what, Nutella is a brand, therefore it should be like one thing because it's a name for a brand. Like it's a noun or whatever. But then, oh, it's also like a description of like a type of food because Nutella has become such a like generalized term for like a chocolate hazelnutty spread that you put on bread. And then there's also like, oh, it's a description of the texture or whatever the fuck. So therefore it can also be like something else entirely. Is it something like that? And therefore it can be like used in like 18 different ways. I'm so sad. I'm missing a lot of messages. And I can't read while mashing spacebar up this mountain. Bugle of friendship. Phone typing hard. Real. Alright, what's in the box? Sport drink. actually save time on tropics. Holy fuck. I don't know what I did different. Hello, Havard. How you doing? Thank you, Timo. Out of all the messages, I read Timo's message. Is this because Germans fuck cars? It's like a genuine concern type of question. Oh. Creamy mushrooms with potato. Ah, that sounds nice. I need to make my usual ritualistic chicken wraps for dinner tonight. Although I do have, would you believe it, some bolognese in the freezer that I could fish up for tomorrow. That'd be kind of hot, actually. I might do that later. I need to actually just like pack things into my backpack. Also, this time, remember to not like throw the backpack off the edge. Grammatical gender cases. Use out the cases. Fuck! I'm trying to read, I swear, but I can't read and play. I think after I'm done streaming, I'm just gonna go through the Twitch chat just to read all this. Because I am genuinely interested. TLDR, Dutch improved German grammar. Very good. I mean, it's hard to like really fuck it up when it's already like that as fucked up as it is. Who here German? I think mostly like half the people that are typing in chat actively. Speaking of languages, I still have like, I have a couple of Tintin books, like the Tintin comics, in like 3 different languages. I think I have one in English, one in Danish, and then 2 in French, if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check. Because my mom loves Tintin, so she gave me a bunch of Tintin books. Don't get me wrong, Tintin is sick. But my mom also has this obsession with France and French. So she's like, oh yeah, dude, I know how to speak French and I learned French, and Tintin is kind of French because it's Belgian, so therefore she bought a bunch of the Tintin books in French and gave it to me. And now you might be wondering, oh Crow, do you speak French? No. I've never spoken a word of French in my entire life, but my mom was like, oh yeah, let me let me buy these Tintin books for you in French, sweetie. So yeah, I just have a couple of French Tintin books. Never read them. Looked at the pretty pictures. No clue what's happening in them. I mean, I know the general gist of a lot of the stories from Tintin, but I just remember looking at my mom because she arrived at my apartment like, hey, I know you love Tintin, so I bought you these. I'm just staring at it like, Mom, this is French. She's like, I know, right? It's so sick. It's like, yeah? Okay. Thanks, Mom. Do I even want any of this? So I'll just fucking eat this. Can't deduce what's going on. be fair, you can like deduce what's generally going on, but like, you know, why the things are going on? Like what the reason, like if there's a man shooting a gun, it's like, oh yeah, that's a dude shooting a gun. Like Tintin standing there with a fucking Luger pistol shooting, I don't know, a French guy in the head. It's like, okay, checks out, but you know, why? What are the circumstances? Is this not where I could stand? It is. Okay. That reminds me, I actually watched the like weird CGI movie they made of Tintin. Like the animated, but sort of, I don't know how to describe it. There's probably a description of what that is, but like the one where they like mocapped a bunch of people, like Andy Serkis and stuff, and they made the movie about the like Red Rackham's Treasure one, which I think is like one of the first couple stories. I watched that one, surprisingly good, even though it does sort of, it's very zoomer coded, I will say. Not in the sense that a lot of the themes are very zoomer coded, but in the sense that the editing is incredibly hectic and you're just zooming through the story and like the plot points like so fucking rapidly. It's kind of hilarious. Go make some ham toast. You do that. You do that. What the fucking fairy lantern again, man? Fuck off. Oh yeah. Nope. I should just start chucking some of these energy drinks. Let me be real. Uh-oh. I forgot to split. Fuck. Okay, we're just gonna chill. And by chill, I mean I'm gonna crack an energy drink here and just send it. Because I keep getting my ass ate on fucking Caldera because I get impatient. So I have to go around over that way. Why is this still on fire? Yeah. Is that where I have to go? Okay, where I'm cranking another one. Oh, can I make that? Oh, that's gonna be tight. Oh, that's fucked up. Why did I do that? 9. No. No. I keep doing it, man. I keep being like, oh, I can make that. I can outrun the lava. Yeah, I had a delectable treat in my final moment before I fucking burn alive. Fuck. The funny thing is, I think this is like the 3rd run attempt we've done today. Every single one of them always dies here. Specifically in Caldera. Oh, man. Alright, hold on. Okay. I think my like versions of Tintin are actually more cursed. I also wrote down my curtains a little bit because I'm getting blasted by the sun. My versions of Tintin are more like linguistically cursed than I actually originally thought. I have it's kind of dusty. I have plane 714 to Sydney in Swedish. I have this book I can't read in French, I believe. Speaking of being able to speak French, hey Sanju, how you doing? Yeah, hold on. Yep. French Tintin. I have English. This is like soft cover as well. These are hardcover, but this is for hardback. This is softback, and then this one is, yeah, Tintin Red Rackham's Treasure in English, and then The Crab with the Golden Claws in Danish, also soft cover, and then another English one with the Secrets of the Unicorn. Yeah, what was that? That was Danish, Swedish, French, and English. So I can read the Danish and the English one and feasibly make my way through the Swedish one. The French one, I don't know. Listen. L'Oréal Cassé. I love that my mom is doing this bit of just giving me Tintin books in random languages, but it's also very confusing. Because I do kind of like Tintin a lot. I remember growing up the cartoons when I was a kid. Like the animated cartoons that they made for Tintin. Those were actually pretty sick. At least you didn't have any of the Omega cursed ones, as far as you could see, with the ultra racist caricatures. Yeah, it's Tintin in Congo, and then is it the Moscow one, which is the other one, or is it a different one? I don't remember. But isn't there something about Herge, like the author? And this isn't like me defending any like racism or anything like that, but wasn't there something about him genuinely going back like a bunch of years later and being like, I regret making those, and I am so sad that I've made it in that way? So him genuinely being like, that was fucked up, and I wish I didn't draw them like that. But then again, you can't really just undo those publishings, to be fair, so it is still fucked up, but at least there's some regret. Alright, let's go again. Alright, let's actually make it past Kildare this time. Preferably. Beep, 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 beep. No, not the rope. That's the rope. Not the actual rope, but the little rope launcher. Yes, double rope launcher? Okay. By the way, Sanju, how'd your little marathon go? Can you remind me again? You were running a ton of different games during your marathon, but which ones exactly? I feel like it was a ton. You were like... It was both Infamous 1 and 2. Didn't you also do a God of War marathon? Like, recently? How'd that go? Ended up just playing Infamous, Bioshock games, and some other random stuff? Ah, I see. Yeah, I tuned in a couple times. Comfy as always. Ooh, Energia drink? No. Fuck. Fuck. Eat the trail mix. Sport drink. It's okay. Maybe you want to pick up a new game too? You're learning offline. Fun so far? Ooh. Can I get a teaser for what it is? It's always fun to hear when speed friends are learning a new game and you're just kind of like, ooh, which one? What's it gonna be? And is it a game that I too love? Come on, stamina. Thank you. Dying Light, yo. I actually did a okay, I wouldn't call it a speed run, but like a fast first playthrough. I did a co-op run with Alexia ages ago because we were looking for like an extra co-op game to play through, and then she recommended that we could do Dying Light because she played through Dying Light, but I had not played through Dying Light. So my first playthrough of Dying Light was just us like zooming through it, like because you can do the grappling hook glitch where you just get the grappling hook like omega early or something like that, and then you can basically grappling hook through the entire game like pretty early on from how I remember. Okay, that was a terrible use of that energy drink. So yeah, my entire memory of the entire first Dying Light is I don't remember the story, I don't know the lore, I don't know any of the characters or anything that's going on. I just know that all my problems were always fixed with the grappling hook. Yeah, and that your character's just kind of OP. Your character's OP as hell, so there's like no level progression or anything like that. You're just insanely busted from the very start. Although I do remember, I think, again, we were doing like a fast playthrough, so it wasn't an entire speedrun per se, but just us playing through the game quickly. But it did get kind of stale at some point, from how I remember it. But again, that was for like a casual, fast playthrough of like, I want to say 4 or 5 hours for us. I don't even remember if we actually finished the game. I just think I remember we played for like 4.5, 5 hours, something like that. Their character is just ultra fast if you know how to use it. Oh yeah, I bet. You want to finish the game once, actually? You wanted to run the game since? Hell yeah. It's always great when you, like, play a game, and then you immediately, like, yeah, I want to actually run this. Like, you just get that feel. You get that vibe from a game where you're like, yeah, this'll be fun. You've learned about 17 minutes of the run so far? Or 20 minutes RTA? How long is the run, actually? Like, the actual speed run? Isn't it, like, an hour and a half or something like that? Like a proper full speed run? 125? Yeah. That's pretty good to guess. Alright, remember to split. Remember to split. Sport the drink. Time save. Managed to catch that. That was insane. I did not manage to catch that one though. World record's like Omega recent, like 5 days ago. Dude, that's like the best thing. When you're actually trying to learn a run, and the world record is genuinely like updated and like competitive, and there's like new things to look at, and you're not just looking at old footage from like 2014 or something that someone captured with their phone on a TV. I fucking love that. That's like the best. world record holders getting all the records. Love a good speed game where there's just one guy that absolutely just dominates everybody else. I think it's the same with, I think it's the neon white leaderboard as well. That also just has, I think it used to be Blydan, but I think it's AJ now, these days, that has a ton of world records in that game. Like, basically every category. You have a tendency to running into those kind of games. Yeah, because I feel like it either takes... There's like two things that needs to happen, or one of two things. Either it needs to be a game that's a little under the radar, like not that many people actually play it, or have like a serious interest in it or anything like that. So it's not like those different records are actually that competitive or really like fought about that much. It either needs to be that, so you know, it's just like the one guy that actually runs the game at like a decent level. He just yoinks them all. It's either that, or it's one of those games where the game is competitive, but it's just one guy that's just so good at the game, he's just so dominant compared to everybody else that he can just, you know, do whatever he wants. He is just the GOAT, you know? Like, he just wins. Trail mix. Wait, right here. Compared to the world record, kept seeing different routes. Do you think that's because... Do you think it's one of those tutorials that tries to teach you like a simple route to like start with and learn from? Because there are some tutorials that do that, which I honestly think is a good thing. There's like a sort of tutorial easy mode route, and then there's like the more advanced, once you've gotten used to it kind of route. I think Portal does that, Dark Messiah does that. Mirror's Edge, I believe, has tutorials for that. Like, just tutorials for when you're just kind of learning the game. So there's like simpler routes, simpler strats that you can use, as opposed to just going for like all the crazy world record shit. Because, you know, there's obviously always going to be those turbo gamer lords that are like, no, I'm a pro gamer. I can just do the most insane strats. Like, these kids don't even know what'll hit them. You know, those guys always exist. And they're always like insufferable as hell. And you're just kind of like, it's okay, you know? It's okay to just admit that it's fine to do an easier route to begin with and then do the harder ones later. Like, it's okay, no one's gonna like, judge you. But there's always gonna be those gamer bros that's like, no, I'm a pro gamer. I've been playing video games for 25 years. I don't need no easy route. And I feel like it happens every time you see like anytime there's a streamer that needs to learn a speedrun, it always happens. Like, the tutorial will be like, hey, here's a simple route you can use while learning the game, and then once you get a little bit better, you can use like the world record route or like the harder strat or whatever. And almost every time, without fail, the like the fucking streamer dude just goes, no, I'm a pro gamer, I don't need your noob strats, and then they just sit for like 30 minutes on one trick, trying it over and over again, just being like, damn, this is kind of hard, bro. Oh, gets me every time. You'll be ultra lucky if your runs are sub 2 to begin with. You lose so much time just in the movement. Oh yeah, if it's one of those games where just your basic movement is so important, I could definitely see that. Heat pack. Oh. I forgot the split, still a gold. That split should have been like 2 seconds faster, but that's fine. That's so fine. How's Dying Light 2? the speedrun. Is it actually good? Because Dying Light 2 came out like not too long ago, and then there was a different like spin-off Dying Light. I don't remember what it was called. It was some other Dying Light game that came out. Because I think, from what I know about Dying Light 2, again, I haven't actually played that game, so maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but it's like one of those games where they really wanted to like go crazy with the movement, so you can do a lot of like crazy and cool stuff, but it's in a way where it's also kind of limited, so you can't really go that fast with it in general. So it's like you can do a lot of cool tricks and jumps and stuff, but it's very limited in the game. Like you can't break it. Well, Dying Light the Beast, that's the one. That's the spin-off one. I guess, does it count as a spin-off if it's just like a mainline title? Is it a mainline title? I don't even know. Into both, you'd say? Yeah. I mean, it's like... It's not full game price? Okay, yeah, then I guess it is kind of just like a spin-off. But I think that's always the thing with like video game titles, right? It's like, is BioShock Infinite BioShock 3? I mean, it's not called BioShock 3, so is it a spin-off? But like, not really, because it's like its own full game in that series. It's just not... It is the third installment without being 3. I'm just using BioShock as an example here, but you get my point. It's like... At what point is a game considered like a spin-off of the main series, and when is it mainline? It's the main character from the first one. Okay. Okay, marshmallow time. I will say, even though I keep fucking dying in Caldera, my like general movement is getting a little bit better. I am fucking zooming up this mountain. Oh, get up there. Basically got the game for free because the special edition of 2 had the extra game? Fuck yeah. Wait, so what you mean the upcoming game you got for free because you bought the special edition for 2? Damn. Okay, I've heard of deluxe editions giving you like extra skins and like pre-order bonuses or whatever. Never heard of a special deluxe edition just straight up giving you the next game in line. That one's kinda new. To not be as feisty with my lunges. Also, quick note about this run. We do have the Pandora's Lunchbox, and so far, every single gamble I've done with the Lunchbox has not gone well. Do I just keep gambling? Is this like a, you know, 90% of gamblers quit before they hit it big kind of moment? Like, do I just keep rolling? Is that what we're doing? True gambler mentality? It's like I can barely finish a run, but surely if I just keep gambling, I'll win eventually. Decent use of an energy drink, I'd say. I already forgot what's in my bag. Ooh, that's good. Alright, something good, something good. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Don't cringe die in Caldera again this time. Like, I can gamble. I can gamble with the lunchbox, but I really shouldn't. Ow. I think this jump should be fine. I have to go this way. Okay, just chill. I mean, this could be an opportunity to roll the lunchbox, but let's save it a little bit. Like, I don't really want to use the lunchbox unless I really, really need to. Over here. Huh. A part of me wants to go wide here. Should probably go. I don't know if this is a good spot to go to, but we're doing it. I'm going like hella wide right now. That works. Hoo. Oh my god, firestorm. Yo, that thing is miles from me, man. Also, I really need, like, I don't think I have a single chain launcher. I need to check that orange box. Made by Valve. These nuts. Please chain launcher. Rope gun. I also need to get rid of the fucking fairy lamp. It's not really that necessary at this point. Not worth it to go this way, but I could just have walked around. Okay, we're learning, we're zooming. That almost damaged me. Okay, there's a part of me that wants the lunchbox just to get rid of this, like, damage here. But I should be able to remove some of the damage up here at least, I think. Just a good chance of it. Go on the edge. Yeah! Yo. Fuck this thing. Chain launcher 1, chain launcher 2. We're in fucking business. Piton, don't care. Oh my god. Fuck the lunchbox. Granola bar, yes. And then energy drink, yes. Okay, now we're fucking blasting. Actually, no. Oh, we're not out of Caldera yet. Do I just send it with the chain launcher? That's 3 chain launchers, right? And a lollipop and an energy drink? I think we can just kind of send it up the mountain here. This might actually be sub 30 pace. I'm not kidding. For sure we can get sub 30 pace with this, if I just don't fuck it up. Oh, that's a split. That's a split we like to see. Should I have energy drink here? No. We energy drink higher up. Regen. No! I got a little bit too frisky with that one. Oh my god, another chain launcher. Okay, we're insanely stacked on energy and food. Okay. So now we go up here, crank energy drink, and we just fucking send it upwards. Do not knock that off. We have a ton of energy for this, so I think we're good. Although if I could have back-to-back chain gunned here on that one energy drink, that would have been really sweet. Ooh. It's so painfully slow sometimes, man. It's so slow. Come on, please. It's like it needs to ramp up in speed. Like with the height that you get or something. Okay, fuck the backpack at this point. Climb the edge. Okay, I was scared for a second that I wasn't gonna grab that. Okay, just crank this for the energy. Over here. Well, it's gonna be like a sub 28 even, as long as I just die here in the correct way. Come on, baby. Big death, big death. Come on, baby. Sub 28, sub 28, sub 28, sub 28. Let's go. Hey, let's fucking go. Okay, I think actually the timer ends when the character sits down, if I remember correctly, which is kind of dumb as fuck. Is there not an auto splitter for this game? Because there seems to be like insane rules about like when the run ends and stuff. Because there's a thing that starts the timer but not ends the timer, and I get really confused. But let's fucking go! Sub 28, that's a massive PB. That is fucking big. What's the next goal then? What, sub 25? Sub 25 would be kind of fire, actually. Good. Thank you, Proto. How you doing? You know what I will do? I'm gonna celebrate this epic win by making myself another cup of tea. Because I deserve it. Alright, see you in all a sec. All right, my tea is steeping, so we'll have to wait a moment before we actually get going here. But fuck it, dude, that's sick. I actually didn't expect to get a sub 30 that quickly. We only need to save 10 whole minutes to be within range for world record here, which is very, very cool. I think it is a lot of time save is me just actually going a lot of the time, because I feel like I waddle around a lot of the time trying to regenerate my stamina, but I need to just I need to just send it, you know? Just jump, spacebar all the time, anywhere we go. Do we know how many seeds there are? Yes, we do. And one thing that I've actually learned is right now, for if you don't know, I'm doing set seed, so it's the same seed I'm doing every time currently. I do want to do random seed at some point, so you just get some random fuck ass map because that actually sounds fun as fuck. Anyways, there is somewhere between 12 and 15 different seeds, but the seeds are new every time there's a new update to the game. So if you run on patch 1.6, it's a certain amount of 12, 15 seeds. But then if you then load up what's it called, a newer patch, like if you go on patch 1.7 or the most recent patch, it's going to be 12 to 15 different seeds. So it's always going to be different which of the seeds or the map pool you have, depending on what version of the game that you're running. Who's that handsome man in my DMs? Could it perchance be you? Oh yeah, it's it's a picture of Momo flipping me off. Thank you. Thank you for that, Momo. I appreciate this very much. uh, that reminds me, Momo, can you tell me? I bet you're on your phone right now. When is the next Formula One race? Because I have not practiced. That's not true. I've practiced once, and I think I've actually only completed 1 or 2 laps in its entirety of Monaco. So yeah, that's gonna go way very well. Can't wait to fully represent my favorite team, Red Bull. Maybe this week, Team Red Bull will finally score a singular point. Because is it next week? Is it this weekend? It's this weekend, right? It's Saturday, right? Like this coming Saturday? Or is it Sunday? Because I don't remember. This Saturday. Very good. Very sick. Also, one thing that I learned, apparently, in the out of bounds section over here, the Scoutmaster is. Alright, I may do one more practice session of Formula 1 before Saturday, just because I don't, I mean, it's probably not gonna matter, you know, I'll do a time trial, I'll try to get a sick lap in. In the end, I'm just gonna, accidentally get tapped in the wheel by some fuck ass from McLaren behind me, and then spin into a wall. Either that or Ferrari is gonna plant a car bomb in my car and I'm gonna explode. Or someone's just gonna ignore the corner right after the tunnel and just blast into my ass. You know, it's the usual things that happen in Formula Dean. So it's I'm at that point where it's I definitely see how practice pays off when the race is civilized and everything is driving the way that they should. But when they're not, it is literal drive to survive. And it's fucking funny every time, but it's funny when it happens, but then it's not so funny when you're just spectating for the next 30 minutes watching the race. Fully well knowing that, yeah, you ain't getting shit from this. Oh, man. Good old Monaco. Just don't crash. Yeah, don't crash, idiot. What are you doing? Looking stupid ass. I'm gonna get my tea. Alright. Got my tea. We're ready to game. And I know full well that I won't have any time at all to actually drink my tea. And it's gonna just be playing for like half an hour straight. And then at the end of the game, I'm gonna be like, no, my tea's cold. You know, the usual. What's the old saying? The more things change, the more things stay the same. I feel like that counts a lot for this stream. The years pass, yet nothing's different. Okay, we got drinks. Holy. We're fucking drinked up. You absolutely obliterated a fly with the swatter? Yo, let's fucking go. Do you have one of those like little dinky ass fly swatters? Or do you actually use like one of those giant like electric rackets that I know some people use? Because I know a bunch of people have those. Like the actual little miniature tennis rackets that they just use to absolutely blast like mosquitoes and flies with. Barely avoided nuclear fusion in your living room? Did you dematerialize the fucker? Those electric ones are shit. You can't swat anything with that. I mean, isn't that the whole point? Like, you don't actually swat things with it. But you use it more as like a... Like, you just touch them and they get fucking fried. Isn't that the point? Oh my god. Full impact with the 99-cent plastic thing? Yes. The full caveman build for fly swatting. Just hit your most insane, like, caveman power pose with a fly swatter in hand, and it'll give you, like, plus 10 damage to all flying objects. Dude, climb the edge! What are you doing? You gotta, like, hold the fly swatter, like, over your shoulder as if you're pretending you're one of your ancient ancestors holding a giant club about to beat the shit out of a mammoth. Except now you're just beating the shit out of a fly. And probably missing a million times before you actually get it. Me grug. Me destroy fly. Chain launcher. I was fucked up. I tried to like climb earlier there. Come on, regen. Like, this is also just something I need to do. Just, like, do the mashing spacebar jumping everywhere I go. Three, two, one. Yeah. Okay, good. Ooh, can I make that? Yes. Look at my insane pace. Me and Mark Rutsu. I think I'm gonna energy drink here as well. Just to get up this fuck-ass hill a little bit faster. Cure-all's not bad. Nah, fuck that. Fuck the lantern. Nice. Dude, fat time save. Immediately? Right out the gate? I know this is all because of the like double energy drink that I actually used here, but fucking zooming out here. Imagine all the rest of the loot that I'm gonna get through this run is just gonna be absolute dog water, and I'm gonna be so fucking sad because I used all of it. Oh, speaking of dog water loot. Oh. Oh shit, all your cards sold? Let's go. That reminds me. There was some dude in the UK. I think I mentioned this when I was talking about how I sold some cards, but I didn't get any payment for it. I'm sending a bunch of cards to a dude in the UK, but I added the tracking number because you wanted tracking on it too. But the last like update on that card is just that the card has left my country. That's the last update on the package, and now I'm like, is this because the UK is just fucked up and doesn't track when things arrive in their country or something? Because to me, I don't know. I don't know where it is. It just says my package has left my country, and I don't know where it's going. It could be in Greece right now, for all I know. Could have arrived, and I would have no fucking clue. I just think it's kind of fucking hilarious that it has tracking, yet I have no clue where it is. Plus Nord likely doesn't track UK shipping company things. Interesting. On a boat somewhere. Yep, here I am 3 weeks later. No clue where the fuck it went. I'm gonna full regen my stamina here actually. DHL at least gives you the local tracking number. I could probably like look more into it. It's just more like, you know, you go in to the tracking website, you put in the number that PostNord gives you, and then you're just like, okay, it has left the country. Okay. For all I know, this is some elaborate scam to yoink my cards. That's a terrible place to stop. Bug. Okay, I'm running this way. Look at that lollipop. I ended up not saving time because I had to fall down. Ah! Can you use one of those third-party tracking websites to see if it changes from one carrier to the other? I would need to look into that. Because right now, the guy that I'm sending it to hasn't said anything. Like, he hasn't, like, reached out or anything, so I assume everything's fine. It's just... It's mostly just me being curious, because I'm like, it's been 3 weeks. I'm setting a package the size of a letter to the UK, and it has not arrived yet, as far as I'm aware. I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. I was just a little surprised. .17track.net. Yeah, I can actually jump hella far down before I take full damage. It's good to know. Might lose a bit of time here. Not too much. Should still be fine. Yes. Close seconds. That's fine. Yeah. Time to waddle jump. I will say, it is kind of convenient how, for almost all of my runs, I've managed to actually get a heat pack for that section. I'm gonna hold the heat pack here. Damn, okay, that blizzard kept going for a while. I think if I didn't run into cover there, or just happened to be in cover, I think that would have actually just murdered me. Okay, I need to regen here. I need to not just send it. Ooh, come on. Okay. Full regen. Go. Okay, I need to chill. Fuck. Down there. We're fucking cranked on energy drinks. Holy shit. Okay. Soon enough, I need to actually use this heat pack instead of just storing it for the future. Okay. I'm just using this because might as well. I'm gonna touch some freezing rock here. Come on, baby, get up there. I'm stuck. Please regenerate. I'm not regenerating in that crack. Regen in the crack. Yeah, me every time I smoke crack, I can't believe I'm actually... I can't believe I start deteriorating rather than regenerating. Do you think that's like the crackhead mindset? They're like, dude, if I just need a fat regen off of this next hit, as they take another hit off the crack pipe. It's like, surely, that's all I need. Just one hit, just one clean hit. Get my regen up. Get that stamina refresh. Oh, fuck. Is that just normal smokers with a nicotine addiction? I guess. It's like either that or they just needed to like relax, you know? I guess that is kind of regenerating, like just relaxing, calming down after a long day. Hard day's work at the ball busting factory. Need myself a cigarette to calm down. Rope spool. Kind of decent items so far. They're okay. It's just no chain launchers. And last run I had like, I brought 3 chain launchers and energy drinks, or and an energy drink and a lollipop to the last stage. This time I have no launchers, I think, or do I just have 1? I don't remember. So we're gonna need some fat fucking items here. Okay, go. Go, 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 go. Regenerate faster, please. Remember, I have the cure-all. Gotta remember the cure-all. I'm just gonna use a cure-all here, actually. No, don't use both. This is a fat fucking energy drink we're using right here. The lava only just went down, so that looked really safe. Okay, please God. Yes! No, not the fucking bandage, the chain launcher. And then, I think I can use this. Okay. I need to hop into those flames. Lollipop. Instead of... no! Okay, instead of nothing? Okay, never mind. Fuck! Dude. Fucking item physics in my stupid climbing game. Okay, never mind. I didn't need the extra sugar. Oh! Okay, I only took chip damage from that. How the fuck? Hey, Saskia, how you doing, man? I genuinely don't know how I only took like 1 point of chip damage there. Okay, fuck the chain. Just go around. Just go around. Yeah, see? Ooh, not that way. Okay, regenerate, regenerate. One. Like, it all just comes down to my item usage here at the end, I think. Although I am actually going to save a fuckload of time. That energy drink saved me so much time, like, you have no clue. Like, just sending it over that edge. And then the cure-alls. Okay, never mind, I'm losing a bunch of time here. I'm throwing that over there so I can drink that on the way over. Don't need that. Don't need that. Big speed, big speed, big speed. Okay, I don't even need the food items. I'm just wasting all the energy. I just remembered I had tea, and it's probably already getting cold. Fuck. "22 minutes of just sitting there. I haven't even taken a single sip of it yet. Fuck me." See, this is why I need to stop speedrunning games that have no breaks. I need my loading screens. I need my unskippable cutscenes. That's big. What were the other items? It was like a bunch of rope launchers and stuff, and one more chain launcher. So then we actually just chill here for a second. Dog items. How does he know where to go? He does not know. He doesn't know. I'm not gonna lie. There's like at some point up this fucking volcano mountain where I'm just so fucking clueless. And then this goes like, it's like all the way up here. Nope. Oh yeah, here we can go up here. You didn't know the chain gun had that much range? It doesn't, Sasuke. This is an old patch. We're playing on like a really old, or not really old, but like an older patch of the game where it got nerfed to hell. So no, don't worry. It's not normally that OP. It's on version like 1.6 or something, or 1.7 where they fixed it. But yeah, it used to be kinda nutty. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. Fuck. Thought that was gonna be enough for that. Alright, free scroll mouse. Get him. Then this way. These are the last items I have to work with. These are kind of shit, though. Can't reach that. Fuck. There. Okay, is it time for an insane gambit? Come on, make it. Yeah. Okay. We're officially out of items. Duck your head. Crawl in here. Ugh. Come on. I think it's up there we have to go. I'm gonna crawl towards that direction. Yeah. Yeah, over there. Over here. This way. Can I make it up here? Here. No PB. Sad. Alright, time to see if this spot actually works. Can you die here as well, please? No, die. I need you to die. There we go. I didn't die! No, I didn't die! Well, time to wait a little while. There we go. Thank you. Alright, who's ready for the -1? And then time ends when you sit down. Fuck. To be fair, the last run was insane because we had 4 chain launchers at the end. Death. Why when you sit down? I don't know, man. I didn't make the rules for this fuck-ass game. I'm just playing it. I need to, at some point, like, do a double check of the actual rules and the timings and stuff, because it is a little weird. There's, like, a bunch of rules for what you need to have installed. You need certain mods so that the people that verify the speedrun can actually double check that it's a legit version, and, like, a bunch of other shit. There's like a a bunch of timing stuff that you need to get right before you start every run. You need to go back to the main menu, and then you need to load into the lobby system from the main menu, because if you don't go from the main menu, then the run doesn't count, and then you need an extra mod that shows you the version. You need a different mod to just make that mod work, and a bunch of other shit. And a bunch of things needed to also be displayed on the speedrun.com page after a certain date because of the way the game changed or some shit. I don't know. You can't just launch the game and play. You'd think you can just launch the game and play, but no. There's so much damn garbage you have to install. Hey, Caddy, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Wait. I just realized something. With this run, not this run, but the previous run that I just did my PB, that actually puts me in 10th place. That makes me 10th place out of, how big is this leaderboard? 108 people. I've already passed so many people on the leaderboards. That's insane, actually. I thought this would be way more competitive. Yeah, I mean, unless again I'm fucking up something majorly with the timing, I'm already top 10. That's kind of fucking funny. And as tradition goes, in the top 10, we can save another 10 minutes if we want world record. That's actually kind of insane. I didn't even realize that. Oh, my god. Actual thumb sucking babies playing this. Yeah, fucking gamers that just crawled out of the crib like yesterday, playing their first video game ever. Can't believe it. Imagine being beaten by a Danish guy. Fantastic day at work. Retrospective meeting that was scheduled from 9 to 11 went from 9 to 12 and then continued from 1 to 4. You see, that honestly to me sounds amazing because I'm a meeting enjoyer at work because at meetings I don't have to do anything. This might be a controversial opinion to a lot of regular office workers, but I love meetings. Anytime I have a every time I go to work and I look at my calendar and I just see there's like just a giant block booked for an event or a meeting or a bunch of shit that needs to go on, I know I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah. I just want to be there. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to experience anything. I just need to exist. And then the time just flies, you know? Most meetings are ass. I love the meetings where you know you aren't actually relevant. You're just there and someone decided that it was a good idea to invite you, but you're not actually relevant. So you just kind of sit there. You don't really need to pay attention because it doesn't really affect you, and nobody will ask you any questions because it's not really what you're working on. But you're just like, yeah, I was invited to this meeting. I'm relevant. You would enjoy it if you didn't have to constantly think about what you should say in case you were called upon. See, that's where you actually just need to zone out. And then if someone actually like, calls your name, like, hey, what's your opinion on this? Just project something. Just make something out of thin air, not related to what they were just talking about, not related to the question, but just start a new discussion out of nowhere. It's like, what do you think what's your opinion on the shareholder meeting from last week? And you're like, we need to restructure all of our meetings going forward and just start a new topic entirely. It'll stun lock them because they'll be like, that's not what I asked, but at the same time they're like, oh shit, is that like more important than what I'm talking about? Am I stupid? Is this guy a fucking genius? And then they just have to go with it. Then all of a sudden your topic is now what they're talking about and you've just saved the day and you didn't need to use any brain power on it. It's so easy. Meetings are so sick. You'd rather just walk around the park, sit with coffee, and waste the time away. Most meetings you get invited, you usually have to mediate, so you never get to do that. Yeah, let's circle back to this. How about another meeting of this exact kind in next week, where you go over the exact same points. No development has been made. Nothing new has come out of it, and you're just like, hell yeah, that's another 2 hours out of the book. Oh, the classic. Corporate work is my favorite. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little break. I just want to do a little shorter stream because me and a couple of friends we're gonna go play some Abiotic Factor, the hottest new Half-Life 1 survival game. And yeah, just wanted to see if I could get a few runs in. Probably gonna see if I can stream again tomorrow or at least later this week. But yeah, we'll see. So thank you all very much for watching. New PB today. I might actually upload this one, assuming it actually fits the millions of criteria that it needs to for this speed run. But maybe might see it on the leaderboard. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody.